91 verse 3. He will deliver you
तो तुका सुटका दितलो
from the trap of the hunter.
शिकाऱ्याचे जाळसान.
Sometimes in our life we'll have people simply troubling us.
केन्ना केन्ना आमच्या जिवितांत थोडे लोक आसा ते बेश्टेच आमकां सतायता.
Sometimes your neighbors will be troubling you.
केन्ना केन्ना तुजे शेजारी तुका सतायतले.
Sometimes your own family member may be troubling you.
केन्ना तुजे फॅमिलीचे मेंबर्स आसा ते सतायतले.
Maybe there could be somebody who's in your workplace that's troubling you.
जाय कामार तुजे कोण कोण तुका सतायता.
And he's behind you to see that your life is destroyed.
आनी तो तुजे फाटी कसो लागलो आसा पळोवपाक की तुजें जिवीत नश्ट जाता तें.
Today we will look into one man's life
आज आमी एका मनशाच्या जिवितांत
who
पळोवया
experienced the same
जेणे तेच अनुभवलें
but saw God bringing victory.
पूण पळयलें की देव जैत हाडटा तो.
We need to understand this Psalm 91.
आमी समजून घेवंक जाय साम 91 आसा तें.
It says
तशें म्हणटा
he will deliver you.
तो तुका सुटका
That
दितलो.
means in all your
म्हणजे
crisis,
तुज्या सगळ्या आकांतांत
when people are against you,
जेन्ना लोक तुजे आड उबे
when people
रावता,
want to trouble you,
जेन्ना लोक तुका सतांक
when people
सोदता,
want to disturb you,
जेन्ना लोक तुका सतांक सोदता,
God will deliver you.
देव तुका सुटका दितलो.
When people want to trap you,
जेन्ना लोक तुका जायन घालूंक सोदता,
God will deliver you.
देव तुका सुटका दितलो.
That's the good news for us.
ती बरी खबर
You
जाता
see,
आमच्या पासत.
in the world,
संवसारांत पळोवंक गेल्यार
everybody will go through crisis.
सगळीं जाणां आकांतांत
But the good thing for us is we have a God who sets us free.
पूण बरी खबर आमच्या पासत जावन आसा की आमच्या सांगता देव आसा जो आमकां सुटका दिता.
We serve a God
आमी असले देवाक नमस्कार
who will
करता.
not only set us free but take us to high places.
तो फक्त आमकां सुटका दिवची पूण आमकां उंचले जाग्यार व्हरतलो.
We see of a man named Abraham.
आमी इब्राहिम नांवाच्या मनशाक
In
पळयता.
Genesis 20,
उत्पत्तीन 20व्या विस्वरान
we see a king Abimelech.
आमी अभिमेलेक राजाक पळयता.
He was after Abraham.
तो इब्राहिमाच्या फाटल्यान आसलेलो.
In 20 verse 11, we see here Abraham says, okay, I did it because I thought there is no fear of God at all in this place and they will kill me because of my wife. You see, Abraham was living in the fear of Abimelech.
इब्राहिम पळोवंक गेल्यार तो भिरांतीन जियेतालो अभिमेलेकाच्या.
He was living in the fear of the people of that country.
तो लोकांच्या भिरांतीन जियेतालो त्या राष्ट्राच्या.
Sometimes we have certain fears of certain people.
केन्ना केन्ना आमकां भिरांत दिसता अमक्याच लोकांची.
Sometimes some of you may be scared of your husbands.
केन्ना केन्ना थोडी जाण भिता आसता तुमच्या घोवाक.
I don't think husbands get scared of their wives.
म्हाका दिसना की घोव आसा ते बायलांक भिता म्हणून.
But some of us may be living in fear of our neighborhood.
थोडी जाणां भिरांतीन जियेत आसा आमच्या शेजाऱ्यान.
Maybe somebody who's after your property has threatened you.
जो कोण तुका तुजे प्रॉपर्टीचे बाटाच्या फाटल्यान आसा.
And maybe there's some kind of a fear that has gripped you.
आनी कसले पण भिरांतीन तुजो चपको घेतलेलो आसा.
Abraham was living in fear of this people.
इब्राहिम आसलो तो भिरांतीन जियेतालो ह्या
He
लोकांच्या.
was living in fear of Abimelech.
तो अभिमेलेकाच्या भिरांतीन
He was
जियेतालो.
living in fear of the people of that country.
तो त्या राष्ट्राच्या लोकांच्या भिरांतीन जियेतालो.
You know, it's not very good to live in fears.
भिरांतीन जियोप बरें न्हय.
When you are living in fears, you don't experience abundance of life.
जेन्ना तूं भिरांतीन जियेता तेन्ना तूं सुबानपण अनुभवना जिविताचें.
If you're scared of somebody,
तूं कोणाक भिता जाल्यार
let's say you have a loan that you have to pay a friend,
एक इश्टाची रीण फारीक करूंक जाय तर
and that friend now is after you.
आता तुज्या इश्टाचो तो फाटीकूच लागलेलो आसा.
What you naturally do?
कितें तूं करता सादारण?
Maybe first 2, 3, 4 months you may pick up the phone call and say, you know what, I'll pay you after 10 days, after 15 days, after 1 month.
तूं पयले 2-3-4 म्हयने आसा ते म्हणटलो जायत कडे की हांव 10 दिसांनी फारीक करता ना 20 दिसांनी फारीक करता ना एका
But
म्हयन्यात फारीक करता.
after many months have passed and now still you cannot pay,
पूण खूब म्हयन्यात पासत जावन करून लेगीत तुका फारीक करूंक
the
जाय
moment you see the phone ringing
ज्या वेळेर तूं पळयता फोन वाजता
and you see a friend's name,
आनी तूं तुज्या इश्टाचें नांव
there's
पळयता
some kind of an uneasy feeling you go through.
कसलेपणी तुका भिरांतीन सान तूं भास जाता.
You tend to ignore the call.
तूं बेपरवा करूंक लागता.
You begin to fear the phone
तूं
calls.
फोन कॉलाक भिवंक लागता.
Abraham was living in fear.
इब्राहिम आसलो तो भिरांतीन जियेतालो.
The next thing we see is this man Abimelech
फुडली गोश्ट आमी पळयता की हो मनीस अभिमेलेक आसलो
in verse 2.
दुसरी गोंयन.
And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. That means Abimelech went and took Sarah for himself.
अभिमेलेकान वचून साराक आपलेच सोशी घेतले, आपलेच
That
घेतले.
means, though Abraham was married to Sarah, fear had gripped him so much, he was scared to defend his wife.
एब्राहिम साराकडे काजर जाऊन लेगी तो भिलोलो इतको की आडोवपाक पासून आपले बायले.
And now this man that he's fearing, this enemy Abimelech, is now taken over his life, his wife.
आता ज्या मनशाक तो भियेतालो अभिमेलेकाक तो भियेतालो जाऊन करून ह्या मनशान तेची बायले गेली, ती जिविता गेलेले.
And he can do nothing.
आणि कांयच करूंक शेकोंक ना तो.
He's in a place
तसल्या जाग्यार
where he
आसा
can do
की
nothing.
कांयच करूंक जायना तेचे कडेन.
Maybe some of us are in a place like that.
जायत थोडी जाणां त्या तसल्याच जाग्यार
You're
आसतलीं.
struggling, you're suffering in a
तू
crisis,
जुस्ता एका आकांतान
and you cannot do anything.
आणि कांयच करूंक जायना.
You want to get out of the problem, but you cannot do
तू
anything.
त्या त्रासांच्यान भायर सरूंक सोदता पूण कांयच करूंक जायना.
You
तुजे
want
कडेन.
your relationship crisis to be solved, but you cannot do anything.
तू संबंधाच्या आकांत असे सुटावे जालेले जाय तुका पूण कांयच करूंक जायना तुजे
You want to get out of your financial debt, but you cannot do anything.
पैशाच्या रिणांच्यान भायर सरूंक सोदता पूण कांयच करूंक जायना तुजे कडेन.
Abraham was suffering.
एब्राहिम सुस्तालो.
This man
ओ मनीस
brought fear in Abraham's life,
तेने भिरांत हाडलेली एब्राहिमाच्या जिवितांत.
took Abraham's wife,
एब्राहिमाची बायलेक लेगीत
and
हाडली तेणे.
Abraham could do nothing.
आणि एब्राहिम कांयच करूंक पावंक ना.
But do you know something?
पूण तुमी जाणा कितें पण
The good thing about Abraham
बरी 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 वस्त एब्राहिम
was that he was a man who believed God.
की तो देवाची सोत मानतालो.
That's what made the difference for Abraham.
तेच फरक केले एब्राहिमाच्या जिवितांत.
In the fleshly, worldly realm,
कुडीन पळोवंक गेल्यार कुडीचे राजवट
Abimelech seemed to be having his way.
अभिमेलेक जिखता कसो दिसतालो.
It looked like Abimelech was victorious over Abraham.
अशें दिसतालें की अभिमेलेक जैतिवंत जाल्लो
It looked
एब्राहिमाचेर.
like Abraham was trapped and now no way out.
अशें दिसता की एब्राहिम जाळ्यान सापडलो आनी वाटूच ना आतां तेका.
But the good thing for Abraham was he believed in God.
बरी खबर एब्राहिमा विशीं जावन आसा की तो देवाची सोत
He
मानतालो.
believed in
तो
God.
देवाची सोत मानतालो.
Maybe you're going through that same crisis, that same problem, but I want to tell you the good thing about it all is when you believe in God.
जायत तूं तसल्या त्रासांच्यान पास जाता आसतलो, तसल्या तागांतांच्यान पास जाता आसतलो, पूण बरी खबर की तुवें देवाची सोत मानूंक जाय.
Because when you believe in God,
कित्याक जेन्ना तूं देवाची सोत मानता,
though everything may not seem right now,
आतां जाय तुका सारकें दिसना कांयच,
but I want to tell you,
पूण हांव तुमकां सांगूंक सोदतां,
God will turn everything for your profit.
देव सगळें तें विरोधात तुज्या बरे पासो.
God will make your enemies bow down before
देव
you.
तुजे दुश्मन तुज्या मुखार मान बागोवंक लायतलो.
Though they may be strong in the flesh,
जाय तूं कुडीन ते बळिश्ट आसतले,
but God is all powerful.
पूण देव आमचो सोड पदवीदार जावन
God
आसा.
is the one who gives victory.
देव जाय आसा तुजो आमकां जय दिता.
God is the one who makes a way where there seems to be no way.
देव आसा तुजो वाट कुदेच्या जाग्यार वाटूच दिश्टी पडना.
Let's see what happens to this Abraham now.
आमी पळय इब्राहिमा सांगता आतां कितें घडटा तें.
You see, because Abimelech had taken Sarah,
अभिमेलेकान सारा केलेली म्हणून,
and because Abraham was afraid of Abimelech, and Abimelech had put fear maybe into Abraham.
आणि एब्राहिम आसलो ते अभिमेलेकाक भितालो.
Okay, see what God did.
पळय देवान कितें केलें तें.
In verse 18, it says, the Lord had closed all the wombs of the house of Abimelech.
अभिमेलेकाच्या गोरबाचे सगळे उस्त्रेचे कुसवे देवान बंद केलेले.
You see, Abimelech and the house, his whole country stood against Abraham.
अभिमेलेकान तेजी सगळी राष्ट्र असलेले ते एब्राहिमाच्या आड उबे रावलेले.
Now God is standing against Abimelech and his people.
आणि आता देव असा तो आड उबो रावता अभिमेलेकाच्या आणि तेच्या लोकांचे.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
तुम्ही समजता काय हांव कितें सांगता?
When people stand against you,
जेन्ना लोक तुज्या आड उबे रावता,
and if you are a person who believes in God,
तू तर असलो मनीस तू देवाची सोत मानता,
because they stand against you, who is a man of faith in God,
ते तुज्या आड उबे रावला म्हणून की तू देवाची सोत मानता,
God will begin to stand against them.
देव तेंच्या आड उबो रावंक लागतलो.
When anyone stands against God's people,
जेन्ना कोणी आड उबे रावता देवाच्या लोकांच्या,
God stands against them.
देव तेंच्या आड उबो
And
रावता.
that's what he did to the people of Abimelech.
आणि तेच त्याने केले अभिमेलेकाचे लोक
He
सांगता.
closed the womb of all the women.
सगळे उस्तुरे असेल ते अभिमेलेकाच्या राज्यातले तेंचे सगळेचे कुसवे बंद
That
केले.
means all the women became barren.
म्हणजे सगळे उस्तुरे आसा ते गोरवे सांग शकूंक ना.
That's the power of God.
ती देवाची पदवी जावन आसा.
Abimelech had all the power.
जायकी सगळी पदवी असलेली.
But how many of us know, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much power you have, you cannot, if a womb is closed, it is closed.
कितली जाण काय आमी जाणा की तुका कितलेय पयशे आसू कितलीय पदवी आसू जो तो कुसवा बंद केलेलो आसा तो बंदूच आसा.
At the end, it is God who's all powerful.
शेवटाक देवूच जावन आसा सोड पदवी.
And that's what happened here.
आनी तेच जालें हांगासर.
God stood against the family of
देव
Abimelech.
अभिमेलेकाच्या फॅमिली आड उबो रावलो.
Now see what happens.
आता पळय कितें घडटा तें.
In verse 3,
तिसरी वय.
but God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, behold, you are a dead man. Come on. What a dhamki. Huh? What a threat. You're standing against my person, you are dead. You're finished.
तू माझ्या मनशा आड उबो रावलो तू काबा तू मेलो.
You see the power there?
पळय थंय पदवी कितकी.
When you believe in God, what God will do for you,
जेन्ना देव तुजे सांग जेन्ना तू देवाचे सोद मानता देव कितें करता तो तुज्या
when
पासून.
you begin to connect to the living God, what God will do for you,
जेन्ना तू जिवे देवाक जोडून आसा देव पळय कितें करतलो तो तुज्या
God
पासून.
goes to Abimelech and says, hey, तुका हांव काबार करतलो. सामान राव, माझे मनशाक हात लाय नाका. संवसारीक लोक करता न्ही, correct? You know, all these gundas, dadas of this world, if you touch their person, what will they do? What do they say? Hey, माझ्या मनशाक हात लायला तुवें? काततलो तुका हांव चिरून मारतलो भायर. God is telling Abimelech,
देव अभिमेलेकाक सांगता.
hey Abimelech, तुका मरोंक जाय रे? वयला तूं? That's exactly in simple language I'm talking. He says in verse 3, but God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said, behold, tu melo, you are a dead man
तू मेलोच.
because of the woman you have taken, for she is a man's wife.
कित्याक जे उस्तुरीक तुवें घेतलेली आसा त्या पासून कित्याक ती एक दादल्याची बायल जावन आसा.
And in verse 7 he says, now then return the man's wife, for he is a prophet. That means he belongs to me, so that he will pray for you and you shall live. If not, if you do not return her, no, you shall surely die. What a dhamki.
देव पळय तेका कसली धमकी.
What a threat.
कसली धमकी.
And when God speaks, he will do it.
आनी जेन्ना देव उलयता तो करतलोच.
Sometimes people in the world holke, पोकी उतरा म्हणटा. तू नका हांव कोणतो एक पिन मारले. You get what I'm saying? When people of the world speak, sometimes it has no power.
संवसाराचे लोक आसा ते अशे भशेन उलयता पदवीत ना त्या
But when
भशेन.
God speaks, he speaks with power.
पूण जेन्ना देव उलयता तो पदवेन उलयता.
When he speaks a word, he accomplishes the word.
जेन्ना तो कितें उतर तो पुरावे करताच आपले
And that's what he's telling Abimelech now.
आनी तेच आतां तो अभिमेलेकाक
You're
सांगता.
touching my person, Abimelech.
तू माझ्या मनशाक हात लायता
You're
अभिमेलेक.
touching someone who believes in me.
तू असल्या मनशाक हात लायता जो माझी सोद
You
मानता.
are a dead man.
तू मेलोच आता.
And what Abimelech does,
आणि अभिमेलेक कितें करता.
you see in verse 9, then Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, what have you done to us? First Abraham was scared.
पयलीं इब्राहिम भितालो.
Now Abimelech is scared.
आतां अभिमेलेक भिता.
You see, when you are a person who believes in God,
जेन्ना तू असलो मनीस जाता जो देवाक
when
सोद
you hold
मानता.
on to God,
जेन्ना तू देवाक गोड धरून
no matter
आसा.
how many people fight against you,
कितलेय लोक तुज्या आड झगडो.
as you keep holding on to
जसो
God,
तू देवाक गोड धरून रावता.
God will fight your battles.
देव तुजी झूज झगडटलो.
God will make you an overcomer.
देव तुका जैतिवंत
God
करतलो.
will give you that victory.
देव तुका ती जैत दितलो.
Abraham had lost everything.
इब्राहिमाचे सगळे शेणलेले.
Lost his wife.
आपली बायल त्याने
He
शेणयली.
lost his wife.
आपली बायलेक शेणयली
But
त्याने.
God came with power.
पण देव पदवेन
And
येयलो.
God spoke.
आणि त्यान उलयलो.
And Abimelech now is afraid of Abraham.
आणि आता अभिमेलेक भिलोलो आसा इब्राहिमा.
In verse 9 he says, then Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, what have you done to us? And how have I sinned against you that you have brought on me and my kingdom a great sin? Now he is scared.
आता तो भिलोलो आसा.
पयलो अब्राहम ताका भिलोलो, आता तो अब्राहमाक भियेता. Right now, maybe you're scared of certain things in your life.
जर तूं अमक्या गोष्टींक भिता आसतो तुज्या जिवितांत,
Maybe you're scared of your neighbor.
जर शेजाऱ्यांक भिता आसतो,
Maybe you're scared of your boss.
जर बॉसाक भिता आसतो,
Maybe you're scared of some superior.
जर खंयच्या वडिलाक भिता
But
आसतो.
I want to tell you,
पूण हांव तुका सांग
if you believe in God,
तूं तर देवाची सोत
if you hold on to your faith in God,
तूं तर आपल्या भावात
God will turn things for you.
देव वस्ती पळयता तर तुज्या
God will turn everything for your benefit.
देव सगळे पळयता तर तुज्या बरेपणा पासत.
Abraham believed,
एब्राहिम सोत मानतालो
and we see everything turning for him.
आनी आमी पळयता सगळे तेच्या बरे पासत
Now it is good. Abimelech भिलो ते बरें न्हू, सोंपें जालें. Now it is clear कशें. But see, God goes one step further.
पळयता देव आनीक मुखार वयता.
आमी कितें म्हणपाचें, पुरो रे तो भिला आतां, आसूं सोड खबर. पूण देव थिंगाच सोडिना. Go further and see in verse 14 what happens.
सो देव
Then Abimelech took sheep and oxen and male servants and female servants and gave them to Abraham. Wow, and returned Sarah. सगळी ग्रेस काय अबिमेलेकाची आता एब्राहिम घेऊन वयता. That means all the wealth of your enemy now is coming for you.
म्हणजे सगळी कितें काय सगळी संपत्ती आसा ती दुश्मनाची तुजे कडेन
You see,
येता.
when people come against a man of God,
जेन्ना खंयचे कोण लोक आड येता देवाच्या मनशाच्या,
when somebody stands against you,
जेन्ना
you who believe in
जेन्ना
Jesus,
तूं तर जेचेर विश्वास आनी कोण तुज्या आड उबो रावता,
remember one thing.
उगडास तो रे.
God will not only pull them down,
देव
make
फक्त
make them lower than you.
देव फक्त तिंका सकल करची ना तुज्याको.
Secondly,
दुसरे
the
म्हटल्यार
wealth, their wealth will come into your hands.
तिंची कितें आसता तिंचे दोन आसा तुज्या
That
हातीन
means
येता.
God is going to send you back with profit.
म्हणजे देव तुका फायदो
He
करून
is not
धाडटलो.
going to make you go down in shame.
तो फक्त तो तुका लोचेन वचोंक दिवची ना.
When He gives you victory, He gives you, in Oradan victory dita. Oradan, no? Orad would be what? Word there. He gives you big victory. When he puts your enemy to shame, He does it in style.
जेन्ना तो तुज्या दुस्मानांक सगळ उडयता, दुस्मानांक लोचेन घाल, तो स्टायलान कसो घालता.
You know what style? Style. He does it in style. When He does something for His people, He does it in style.
जेन्ना तो कितें पूण करता आपल्या लोकां पासून तो सारको स्टायलान करता.
His people.
तेचे
Not
लोक,
anybody.
कोणाकूय न्हय,
His people.
तेचे लोकां
He
पासून.
makes Abimelech come down to Abraham and say, "Aun tu ka bita tha." Then he says, second thing Abimelech says, "अरे बाबा तुका जाय ते वर, बोकडे वर, मेंढरे वर, पैसे वर, whatever you want, please take it, but please leave me alone."
ते तुका जाय ते व्हर, पूण म्हाका एक सुरो सांग.
That's coming out with profit.
ते जाण फायद्यान भायर सर.
Why?
कित्याक?
Abraham believed in his God.
एब्राहिम सोत माने आपल्या त्या.
We see next what happens. Let's read further. And Abimelech said, "Behold, my land is before you." Maybe you are having problem with land.
जाय जमनीचे कसले पण त्रास असतात तुमचे.
Maybe you are having problem. तुझी शेजारी ओनो तुझ्या दुरीक तुझ्या जोमणे भितर 1 या 2 या 3 मीटर गेलेले आसा आणि तू आता नको कसं झगडपाक, कित्याक कोर्टान गेल्यार 20 वर्सां 25 वर्सां 30 वर्सां लागता. करेक्ट. And what to do?
कितें करपाचें?
कित्याक ताका मिनिस्टराची ओळख हा आनी तुका कोणाचीच ओळख ना. कितें करपाचें आतां? हिंगासर पळय. He believed in God.
तो सोत मानता देवाची.
Abraham believed in God.
एब्राहिम देवाची सोत मानता.
आता अबिमेलेक येऊन म्हणटा, जमिनी घे, टेक लँड ऑल्सो, टेक.
गे
He's sending him back rich.
तो गिरीस करून ताका धाडटा पडतो.
Abraham was scared to even defend his wife.
पयलीं इब्राहिम भिताल सारको आपली बायलेक लेगीत हाडपाक.
That means if Abimelech had touched anything else also, Abraham would have said, घे रे, हांव तुका भिता. Now Abimelech is saying, I'm scared of you, take, please take.
आता एबिमेलेक म्हणटा इब्राहिमाक, हांव भिता तुका, तू जाय ते घे.
You see the turning around.
पळय कसले बदलप.
Why?
कित्याक?
Abraham believe
एब्राहिम सोत माने
in God.
देवाचे
That's what you need to do.
तेच तुवें करूंक जाय
Believe in God.
सोत मानूंक जाय
Maybe
देवाचे
you cannot see anything good right now.
शायद कांयच तुका बरें दिसना हांवें
Believe in
सोत
God.
मान
Maybe
देवाचे
you cannot see any gain right now.
शायद कांयच तुका फायदो दिश्टी पडना
Believe in God.
देवाचे सोत मान
Maybe nothing is turning good for you.
शायद कांयच तुज्या पासून बरें घडना
Believe in God.
सोत मान देवाचे
Maybe your whole business, your whole family life is destroyed.
तू सगळं धंदो तुझे सगळे फॅमिलीचे जीवित नष्ट झाले
Believe in
सोत मान
God. Because
देवाचे
He has the ability to turn everything for your good.
कित्याक तेका ताक असं सगळे बदलपाक तुज्या बरेपणा पासत
Abraham
एब्राहिम
believed.
सोत माने
Now Abimelech
आता
पांय पडलो तेजो. दुसरे बोकड्यो कोंबयो गाय सगळे ताका दिले. तिसरे जमीन लेगीत ताका दिले. Now see what happens next. And Abimelech said, behold, my land, verse 15, my land is before you. You dwell where it pleases you. To Sarah he said, behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. 1,000 pieces of silver. That means I am sending your brother rich. Please take it. I don't want anything. Take it, but please give me my freedom.
तुझ्या भागदार गिरेस करून घे ते घे पण म्हाका माझी सुटका दी
You know when those ते गाड्यार येता दे रे काड रे ते immediately give वॉस रे तू घे तुका जाय ते घे पूण वॉसिंग आसलो म्हाका नाका तू. That's what he is actually doing to Abraham. He's saying, you know what? I'm sorry I meddled with you. I'm sorry I interfered in your matter. Please take it all. Whatever you want, I'll give it to you.
Yes.
You see how God works for his people.
पळय देव कसो काम करता आपल्या लोकां पासत
He says, then he says further. In verse 17, then Abraham prayed to God.
मागीर एब्राहिमान मागणी केले देवा
You
कडेन
see now, God has lifted Abraham to a place of authority.
आता देवान एब्राहिमाक उबारलेलो अधिकाराच्या जाग्यार
When we started Genesis 20,
जेन्ना आमी सुरवात केलेली जेनेसिस 20
Abraham was in fear.
एब्राहिम भिरांते
He
नासलेलो
was afraid.
तो भिलोलो
His wife was taken forcibly.
तेजे बायलेक येलेले
Now,
आता
as we are ending Genesis 20,
आता जेनेसिस 20 सोपयता
God has restored Abraham.
देवान परते सगळे सारखे
God
केले
has built him back in authority.
तेका परतो अधिकार दिलो
God has not put him to shame.
तेका लोचीन घालूंक ना देवान
Though he sinned in a trap,
तो जायन कसो दिसतालो
but that trap turned out for his good.
पूण ते जाय आसा तेजेच बरे पासत घडले
That trap brought him out freedom, gave him freedom, but gave him benefits.
ते जायन तेका सुटकाय मेळ्ळी पूण फायदोय मेळलो
Here, Abraham is trapped,
आता इब्राहिमाक जायन घातलेलो आसा
but now he's left and saying, तुका जाय तें व्हर, माझे आख्खे बाट पासून घे पूण वच. That's what happens when you believe in God, and that's what Psalm 91 is.
तेच कोटे जेन्ना तूं देवाचे सोत मानता आनी तेच स्तोत्र 91 सांगता
Psalm 91 he's saying,
Psalm 91 तो म्हणटा
He will deliver you from the trap of the hunter.
तो सुटका दितलो तुका जायन शिकारेच्या
Abimelech was Abraham's wife's hunter.
एबिमेलेक आसलो ते इब्राहिमाच्या बायलेचो शिकारी आसलो
Abimelech was hunting after them. He was after him, after his wife.
इब्राहिम फाटीक लागलो तेच्या बायलेच्या तेंच्या फाटल्यान आसलो
And he trapped, he took her.
आनी तेणे घेतले तेका
But God delivered him.
पूण देवान तेका सुटका दिली
Maybe you are going through the same today.
जायत तितूनसान तुवें आयज
Maybe
पासून जाता
somebody
आसतलो.
has trapped you.
जायत कोणी तुका जायन घातला
Maybe
आसतलो
somebody took your signature from your, you did not, usually what we do. माझो इश्ट रे तो दोयेदाम पूण sign मारतात आमी. Many times it's happening.
खूब फावटी तशें करता
भावा मध्ये भाव रे माझो रोखताचो तो म्हाका कितें करतलो दोयेदाम पूण sign मारयाचं. घे. After 1 year, 2 years, तुझे घराचे वयर ताणें आपलें घर बांदलां. And then you're fighting it out.
आनी तुजो करता
And you're tired
आनी तूं थकलेलो
because
आसा
you've been trapped. You don't know what to do now.
तूं नको आतां कितें करपाचें
But I want to tell you,
पूण हांव तुमकां सांगचो
believe God.
देवाची सोत मान
Believe God.
देवाची सोत
As you believe God,
जस तूं देवाची सोत मानता
He will put you in high
तो
places.
तुका उंचले जाग्यार दवरतलो
God lifted Abraham
देवान उबारलो इब्राहिमाक
and He will lift you up.
आनी तो तुकाय वयर
He
उबारतलो
will put you in high places.
तो तुका उंचले जाग्यार
Maybe
येतलो
those who have trapped you are saying, yes, see, I am greater than them right
कोण
now.
तुका जायन घातला ते म्हणटा आसतना पळय हांव तेच्याकून व्हरतो आतां
कितें कोत्तलो रे तूं नको खंयसर म्हूण वचपाचें आतां कोणाक गोड्डोरूं. But I want to tell you,
पूण हांव तुमकां सांगसो
believe God.
सोत मान देवाचेर
As you believe God,
जसो तूं सोत मानतलो देवाचेर
He will make the way out.
तो वाट कोत्तलोच तुका.
Abimelech trapped Abraham,
एबिमेलेकान चाप केलो जायन घातलो एब्राहिमाक
but Abraham was released,
पूण एब्राहिमाक सुटका दिली
free.
सुटका दिली
He got his wife back, pure,
ती तेची बायल मेवली
pure,
शुद्ध
untouched,
आसून आतलाय नासतना
and came baक with great
आनी
profits.
बरे फायद्यान तो भायर
The
सरलो
very man who tried to pull him down
ज्या मनशान तेका सकयल उडोवंक सोदलोलो
was brought down.
तेकाच सकयल हाडलो त्या
You see the life of Joseph?
जोसेफाचे जिवीत पळोवंक गेल्यार
All his brothers put him into the pit.
सगळे तेजे भावान तेका फोंडकुलान घातलेलो
All his brothers sold him as a slave.
सगळे तेजे भावान विकलो तेका गुलाम कसो
But at the end of Joseph's life,
पूण शेवटाक पळोवंक गेल्यार जोसेफाचे जिवीत
all his brothers are brought to their knees.
सगळे तेजे भावाक हाडटा तेंचे दिमी
And God honors Joseph.
आनी देव मान दिता जोसेफाक
That's what will happen to us
तेच कोटा आमचे सांगता
when we believe God.
जेन्ना देवाचेर सोत मानता
When we believe God.
जेन्ना देवाचेर सोत
Our
मानता
God is able.
आमच्या देवा कडेन घडटा
He is able.
ते कडेन घडटा
He is able.
ते कडेन घडटाच
And as you keep seeking Him,
आनी जसो तूं तेका सोदीत रावतलो
you will see His favor. I believe today
सोत मानता आयज
there are many who've been trapped in some kind of a situation that are going to see a breakthrough.
खूब जाणांची खंयच्या परिस्थितीन सापडलेले आयज तूं विस्मीत पळयतली
Even those who are watching, if you've been going through problems, you maybe seem to be in a trap, but I believe you're going to see a breakthrough.
जी कोण पळयता ती लेगीत तुमी तर खंयच्या परिस्थितीन सापडलेली खंयच्या जाण सापडलेली हांव मानता की हांव सोद मानता की तुमी विस्मीत पळयतली.
There's some of you maybe for many years in a property dispute,
थोडी जाण खुबशीं वर्सां आसा ती भाट्याच्या त्रासान
and I believe you will see a breakthrough.
आनी हांव सोद मानता की तुमी विस्मीत पळयतली.
In fact, there is somebody here, you are going to experience a financial breakthrough in your life.
कोण पुणे आसा तूं पयशाची विस्मीत पळयतलो तुज्या जिवितान.
There's somebody in this place, you're going to be seeing a financial breakthrough, and God is going to show amazing favor.
कोण पुणे आसा तूं पयशाची विस्मीत पळयतलो तुज्या जिवितान आनी देवाचो अजापाचो फावर पळयतलो तुज्या जिवितान.
There's somebody who's watching you, 16 years you're in a situation, in a crisis, and God is going to show you favor.
कोण पुणे आसा कोण पुणे पळयता जो 16 वर्सां जाली तूं खंयच्या पुणे आकांतान नासलो खंयच्या पूण परिस्थितीन सापडलो आनी देव तुका आपलो फावर दाखयतलो.
Remember one thing,
उगडास तर एक वस्त
believe.
सोत मान
Believe in Him,
सोत मान तेशी
and He will turn things around for you.
आनी तो वस्ती पळयतलो तुज्या बरेपणा.
Amen.
Amen.